Brandon, and today we are going to observe my cat, Kitty. She is a 1.5-year-old tortie, a domestic short hair. Before this, she has never had any previous training. Honestly, she is just a plain old house cat. But we have been training together for about 5 weeks now with the clicker, and today I'm going to show you what she has learned. So first, I had to pick my reinforcers. My primary reinforcer was the cat treats called the Whisker Lickens by Purina. We tried a few different things, as in turkey cuts, cheese, hot dog cuts, but all of those seemed to upset her stomach, so she would vomit shortly after ingesting a few of them. So it was very hard to find something that would keep on her stomach and not get her upset and have to stop during the training. So today we're using the primary reinforcer as the Whisker Lickens, and then my secondary reinforcer I'm going to use my clicker. What I had to do to help to get her into the mode of training at first was I had to condition the clicker. So every time she came to me or anything like that, she was just near me, I would just click and give her a treat, which she learned very quickly. Actually, she, ever since I had one clicker that had a little keychain on it, and every time she heard that, she'd come running towards me. And now Kitty's kind of on her own. She gets very bored pretty quickly if you try to play with her too long, but today she's doing pretty good, so I'm hoping she'll work with me. The most difficult thing was just getting her into the continuation mode to keep her motivated. I almost had to keep switching different types of the Whisker Lickens, or try something different, or keep her interested. So I would switch from one task to another just to get her in the mood to work with me. But the first thing I had to teach her was to get used to the harness, which was very, very, very difficult, because when I first applied it, she would just lay there like she was dead. And I did every time I applied the harness, I made sure I gave her a petting reinforcement, or I gave her a few treats as I'm applying it, or I got her some very wet food that she really likes, and I would put it in front of her as I was applying the harness. So I would let her wear that around the house just to get her used to it. And then secondly, we got her used to putting the leash on, which was a little bit more difficult, because as soon as I stuck the leash on, she would just kind of play dead again. She wouldn't really do much. She wouldn't want to do some of the things that she liked to do, like the touch target exercise, or even eat a treat in general. She wouldn't even take it. So today, hopefully she'll work with me. It's been very tough trying to get her used to wearing the leash and harness, so that was one of the hardest things for me to get, and hopefully she'll work with me today. I also ended up combining the laser, which I found in one of my drawers, to get her to walk with a leash, and she does that very well, but I honestly don't think that she understands that she's on a leash when she's chasing the laser around the room. But whatever gets her used to wearing that leash really works for me. So first I wanted to show you that Kitty does come when being called. Kitty, come here, Kitty. Come here. Kitty, come here. Come on, Kitty. And then Kitty is supposed to sit. Come here, Kitty. Kitty, sit. And then she'd get a treat. So usually every time Kitty comes, she's supposed to sit. She usually does a little rub against me, and then she looks up at me and sits, which was very difficult, because at first when I would bend over to get at her level, she would reach up like that. So I had to wait until she completely sat down, clicked, and then treat. So what also was easy for me was to keep her into coming towards me, come here, Kitty, and to make her sit completely. Good girl. Excuse me. The other trick we used, or the other exercise we started using, was the touch target. So I used my pencil for a touch target, which she really enjoys using the touch target. She almost will kind of follow this a little bit everywhere. I did try to use this into walking on the leash. She did a little bit of it, but not enough for me to completely walk her in a distance like I would with the laser. So I just want to show you that every time she touches the eraser end, she does get a treat. Kitty does jump up, she gets down. Can you touch? Can you touch? Good girl. Oops. But every time Kitty touches the target, she will get a treat. So, give me one moment. There we go. And then, Kitty up. Good girl. All right. So that's the second thing that Kitty learned. She will kind of do a lot of other things with this. I honestly couldn't get her to do any type of turning off the light switch. I don't have a piano for her to play. And there wasn't too many things that I wanted her to get on top of because I don't want to teach her to get on top of my counters or knock anything over. I didn't have anything high enough for her to switch a light switch off, so she can continue to do that. But so that was a fault that I couldn't get. I did get her to walk on a leash a little bit, so I will try to show you that. Let me get a few treats. It was very difficult for me to get her to walk on a leash. I don't know what the problem was, but she just did not like the leash, and she probably won't do too much for us today, but I did want to show you that she does follow the laser with the leash. So, usually I would put a treat down while I'm connecting the leash, just so she doesn't get upset. See, right now she's kind of avoiding the fact that there's a leash on her. Usually she won't do too much with me, but today I'm going to try to see if she'll walk with me. So, Kiki, come here. See, she kind of just doesn't want to move with it on, so I'm going to see if she'll walk with the laser. Kiki. There we go. Come on, Kiki. Come on, Kiki. Good girl. Oh, guess I don't have my, here it is. So now every time Kitty will walk on the leash, following the laser, of course, because she won't voluntarily walk on it, unfortunately. I just think that she's just a regular old house cat. She used to be an outdoor cat as well, so I think that might be the reason why she's not too much on walking on the leash. It did take me a very long time to get her to even be comfortable with the leash attached to her. I would put her in a room and just let her walk around with it on, but she would just kind of stay in the same place for a very long time. So right now she's not doing too much for us. I don't know exactly why, but hopefully we can work on that together and we will get her better at that. But this is Kitty, and again, you know, it was very difficult to get me to do stuff with her. She is kind of like, you know, the personality as to where she doesn't want to do things unless she wants to. So that was one thing that was very difficult for me. But so at least she's walking a little bit on it. And anytime she does any type of movement, I like to click and treat for her just because I want her to understand that it's a good thing to have the leash on. So, but other than that, that's pretty much what Kitty and I have been working on for the past 5 weeks. So hopefully we can start continuing this these exercises so we can get better at them. But thank you for watching our video, and again, my name is Brandon, and this is my cat Kitty. Thanks.